Hello students, this is Barkha Gaur from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota. So students, today in this video we are going to revise chapter 12 and 15. Okay, we will be starting with chapter 15. So let's begin with chapter number 15. The important points which we are going to cover in this video are what is biodiversity, what are its levels, what is difference between we will be comparing global diversity and Indian biodiversity, different patterns of biodiversity like latitudinal gradients and species area relationship. Then we will discuss importance of species of biodiversity, what do you mean by loss of biodiversity, causes of loss of biodiversity, and at the end we will discuss about biodiversity conservation. So the first topic is what is biodiversity. So as children you would have observed in our video lecture, जो हमारा पूरा detail video lecture था उसमें हमने पूरा detail में explain किया what is biodiversity means the variety of organisms which are present on this earth. So variety of living organisms is the biodiversity. ठीक है, now we'll discuss levels of biodiversity. Levels of biodiversity में first of all we have seen 3 levels हमने देखे थे. First is genetic biodiversity, which means at the genes level. जो same species में अलग अलग varieties जो we have discussed, the different varieties of same species having the variation at the gene level. For example, we saw that different varieties of rice, different varieties of mango and one medicinal plant. Okay, you can open your book page number 259 and we have underlined also. If you have not, then now underline Rauwolfia vomitoria. So this we discussed in genetic biodiversity कि किस तरह से this medicinal plant has different variations at genetic level. Second है species diversity, that at various places the same type of species may be in different number. किसी एक place पे जैसे western Ghats में amphibians जो है उनकी species ज़्यादा है as compared to eastern Ghat. So this is species diversity. In the same way we also saw ecological diversity. Ecological diversity, that means the diversity at the level of ecosystem. तो different biomes या different ecosystems हम देखते हैं जैसे desert, mountains, oceans, है ना, where coral reefs, wetlands, alpine meadows, ये सब क्या है, different ecological diversity में आते हैं. ठीक है. Then we also compared global and Indian biodiversity. So we have already studied about it. IUCN, I explained you about IUCN. What is IUCN? International Union for Conservation of Nature. So they have told us about different extinct species, किस तरह से various organisms are present on this earth, कितनी species present हैं already. So it has been told that around 1.5 millions of species have been discovered yet, but still, some people say that about 50 million of species have to be yet discovered. But one name is given in your book, Robert May. He said that around 7 million more species are there on the earth which are to be discovered. Now come to the next page, that is 260, page number 260, on which this figure is given. This figure is very important, children. I have discussed in live session also and in video lecture also. That means suppose when we talk about invertebrates, ठीक है, तो ये ग्राफ, ये पाई चार्ट आपको बनाना आना चाहिए, plus you should know the labeling of this chart. So you can see, अगर हम इसको we can divide our biodiversity on the basis of, जैसे invertebrates की बात कर रहे हैं, तो invertebrates का इस तरह से we can see the proportion of invertebrates, like most of the part is covered by insects. That means mostly there are insects. So out of if we study 10 species, if we take 10 species, so out of those 7 would be insects. Then this shows mollusks. ये mollusks हैं. Crustaceans, जिसमें भी prawns वगैरह आ जाते हैं. Crustaceans, and this one is other animal groups. So you should know which part of the pie chart consists of which type of category of animals. ठीक है. Similarly, vertebrates के लिए हमने देखा था. Vertebrates में the maximum amount of maximum कौन से हैं? Fishes. Fishes are the maximum. Then amphibians, reptiles, birds थोड़े ज़्यादा हैं, and then mammals. So this is the pie chart of vertebrates. Similarly, plants में भी maximum is covered by fungi. Then similarly, most part is covered by angiosperms, and very few are algae and lichens. Then mosses हैं और ferns. So in this way we can draw the pie charts. So you should remember the part, किसने कितना part cover किया हुआ है. ठीक है. तो this is about the diversity. पूरे global diversity को हम इस तरह से categorize कर सकते हैं. Now if we talk about the Indian biodiversity, तो the India has only 2.4% of land of whole earth, लेकिन फिर भी there is 8.1% of biodiversity of the whole world. ठीक है. So variety of plants and animals are present in our India. For example, मैंने आपको mark करवाया था 1 lakh species of plant, 3 lakh species of animals, like this. Now we'll understand about pattern of biodiversity. तो patterns of biodiversity की बात करते हैं. In which first of all we have seen about latitudinal gradients. Latitudinal gradients. So what does it mean कि suppose अर्थ पे ऑन द इक्वेटर जो रीजन है, इक्वेटर के आसपास के जो रीजन है वो क्या कहलाते हैं? ट्रॉपिकल रीजन. तो मैक्सिमम बायोडाइवर्सिटी लाइज इन दिस ट्रॉपिकल रीजन, एंड एज वी गो हायर ये टेम्परेट रीजन आ जाता है. ठीक है. एंड दिस इज पोल्स. तो एज वी गो अप और टुवर्ड्स द डाउन नॉर्थ पोल या साउथ पोल की तरफ हम जब जाते हैं तो बायोडाइवर्सिटी कम होती जाती है. तो बायोडाइवर्सिटी डिक्रीजेस एज वी मूव फ्रॉम इक्वेटर टू पोल्स. तो दिस इज व्हाट लैटिट्यूडिनल ग्रेडियंट्स. एंड मेनली जब हम ट्रॉपिकल रीजन की बात करते हैं तो वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट अमेज़न रेन फॉरेस्ट, है ना. अमेज़न रेन फॉरेस्ट विच कंसिस्ट ऑफ मैक्सिमम बायोडाइवर्सिटी. पूरे वर्ल्ड में, पूरे अर्थ पे सबसे ज़्यादा मैक्सिमम जो बायोडाइवर्सिटी है वो अमेज़न पे. नाउ देर आर वेरियस, ऑन पेज नंबर 261 लास्ट पैराग्राफ में गिवन है, देर आर वेरियस रीजन कि वाई देर इज टू मच बायोडाइवर्सिटी इन दिस रीजन. बिकॉज ऑफ अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ सनलाइट, बिकॉज सेकेंड देर वॉज नो डिस्टर्बेंस फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम, बहुत टाइम तक कोई डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं हुआ. एंड थर्ड वन, that maximum amount of solar energy is available at this region. ठीक है. Now second we will take species area relationship. Species area relationship. ठीक है. In this part what you have to remember is the graph which was explained by Alexander von Humboldt. Remember this name. What he said कि as the area increases, the richness of the species also increases up to a limit. ठीक है, up to a limit. So you would have underlined these lines that within a region species richness increased with increasing explored area, but only up to a limit. So in this part आपको दो चीज़ याद रखनी है कि one is area and one is species richness. So as the area increases, the species richness also increases, but up to a limit. So this can be shown by this graph, which is जिसका shape है, it is rectangular hyperbola. बच्चों, this shape is called rectangular hyperbola, which shows कि on increasing the area which is being explored, the species richness increases up to a limit, but then it becomes constant. Now, there is an equation which is given in this. It is S equals to C A power Z. ठीक है, ऑन लॉग स्केल भी आपको याद रखना है. लॉग स्केल में हमें ये स्ट्रेट लाइन मिलेगी. ठीक है, एंड इट कैन बी एक्सप्रेस्ड बाय दिस इक्वेशन लॉग S is equals to log C plus Z log A. So you have to remember both the equations, ठीक है, on log scale also and the simple equation also. You should know what is S, what is C, what is Z. So S is the species richness, A is area, Z is slope of the graph या slope of the line, and C is y intercept. ठीक है, and you should remember also the range. Range हमने बताई थी, value of Z lies in most of the organisms या जो mostly जो group है उसमें its range is 0.1 to 0.2. ठीक है, but कॉन्टिनेंट्स में अगर हम लार्जर एरिया की बात करते हैं, कॉन्टिनेंट्स में इसकी रेंज हो जाती है 0.6 से लेकर 1.2. ठीक है, इट इज इन बिटवीन कुछ ये 1.15, ये इसकी रेंज है. ओके, नाउ विल डिस्कस द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ बायोडाइवर्सिटी, हाउ इट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. तो each and every organism which is present in this world या on this earth is equally important. Every species is important. ठीक है, इसको हम with the help of one hypothesis हम इसको clear कर सकते हैं. There was one hypothesis which was given by, you should remember the name of the scientist also. ये है Rivet Popper hypothesis. ठीक है, again it is important from exam point of view also. What is Rivet Popper hypothesis? So this was given by Paul Ehrlich. ठीक है, the scientist has given this hypothesis that if we remove one by one, suppose all the passenger one by one start removing the rivet of the aeroplane, तो क्या होगा? Slowly the aeroplane will become useless. That means it's all parts. और अगर suppose बहुत important part ही हमने which is related to the wings of the aeroplane वो remove कर दिया, तो the whole ecosystem, the whole aeroplane will get crashed. Similarly, we can compare this hypothesis with the species area. Species से हम अगर biodiversity से relate करें, तो if we remove one by one, if we remove the species, तो its effect will be on the whole ecosystem. पूरी earth पे इसका effect पड़ेगा, and the whole the balance of the ecosystem will be disturbed, and automatically the other species would also get affected. Now we'll discuss loss of biodiversity. Loss of biodiversity. So what will be its effect? What are the causes of biodiversity loss? ये सब हम देखेंगे. So till now there are many species which have been lost. We have lost those species. Around 2000 species of native birds we have already lost. तो ये diversity loss में आ जाएगा, including 784 species of like 338 vertebrates, 359 invertebrates and 87 plants in 500 years. And even in the last 20 years we have lost 27 species. So we should be aware that the species should not be lost anymore. ठीक है, सिंस नाउ कितने एक्सटिंक्शन फेजेस हो चुके हैं, तो देयर आर अबाउट 5 एपिसोड्स ऑफ लार्ज एक्सटिंक्शंस टिल नाउ, 5 एपिसोड्स ऑफ मास एक्सटिंक्शन कह सकते हैं हम, have occurred, and now we are running to the 6th episode. 6th episode में हम अभी चल रहे हैं, and for this who is responsible for this 6th mass extinction, तो वो है human beings. ठीक है, human beings are responsible for the 6th mass extinction. Okay, and it is different from the previous mass extinction, जो पिछले 5 extinction थे उनसे ये different है in the way that this extinction is 100 to 1000 times faster. ठीक है, this extinction is this much faster, so we should be alert now. Now what are the causes of loss of biodiversity? तो हम causes के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. Causes of biodiversity loss. First cause है habitat loss and fragmentation. Habitat is what? Habitat is the place where the organisms are living. तो habitat loss या fragmentation. तो if any habitat जो large scale में present है, large area है, and if we are dividing it और we are dividing it into 2 parts या more parts में अगर उसका fragmentation हो जाता है, तो it leads to the loss of different species of biodiversity. So there are various examples of this biodiversity loss. Okay, by the time we are finishing reading this chapter, 1000 more features या more hectares of rainforest would also be is being cut. So fast we are destroying our biodiversity. We know that Amazon जो forest है उसकी बात कर रहे हैं हम. It is also known as lungs of the planet. So there are various purposes due to which we are cutting the forest or we are dividing या we are fragmenting their habitat. Like soya beans है ना, ये mark कर लीजिएगा. Soya beans grow करने के लिए, to cultivate soya beans we are converting similarly we are converting grasslands, we are converting forest into grasslands, and for pollution also is one of the threat to the biodiversity. ठीक है, तो when large होता क्या है, when large habitats are broken into small, इससे पूरे जो वहाँ के रहने वाले जो all the organisms हैं, plants हैं, animals हैं, उनको threat हो जाता है, they are towards the extinction. Second है over exploitation. That means if we are using the products of forest in large number, बहुत ज़्यादा अगर हम use करते हैं, that is known as over exploitation. ठीक है, according to need if we are using the things then it's okay, but when the need becomes greed then it is harmful, and this harmfulness is for us also. ये after all the effect is going to come on us also. Third is species, alien species, sorry, alien species का अगर invasion हो जाता है, invasion of alien species may lead to alien species invasion. This also leads to the extinction of many species. जैसे predator prey वाली अगर बात आ जाती है तो with the alien species invasion many species can get extinct. ठीक है, examples are given in your book, जैसे the Nile Park introduced into Lake Victoria in East Africa led to the extinction of unique assemblage of more than 200 species of orchid fish. तो ये cichlid fish का extinction हो गया इनकी वजह से. Similarly, invasive weed species like carrot grass, lantana and water hyacinth. The recent illegal introduction of African catfish also, नाम है जिसका Clarius acipinus for aquaculture purpose. This pose the threat to indigenous catfish. Fourth is co-extinction. तो एज द स्पीशीज आर रिलेटेड टू ईच अदर, फूड चेन में एक दूसरे को हेल्प करती हैं, या दे आर द फूड ऑफ अदर स्पीशीज. तो इफ वन स्पीशीज इज रिमूव्ड, द अदर विल ऑल्सो गेट एक्सटिंक्ट. सो दिस इज व्हाट को एक्सटिंक्शन. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज biodiversity conservation. So abhi we saw that how the biodiversity is useful for us. How can we conserve it? So there are two ways. Biodiversity conservation. So why it is needed and how can we conserve them? Uses को हम दो कैटेगरी में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. नैरो यूटिलिटी, narrow utilitarian and broadly utilitarian. तो नैरो यूटिलिटेरियन में क्या आ जाएगा स्टूडेंट्स कि जो जिनका हम डायरेक्ट यूज कर रहे हैं, द थिंग्स विच आर बीइंग यूज्ड डायरेक्टली from the forest or from the biodiversity. For example, food, firewood, fiber, construction material, industrial products, medicines, all these comes under narrow utilitarian या narrowly utilitarian. And broadly utilitarian में the different things which we are not getting directly, but we should be thankful to the biodiversity for these. For example, oxygen हम use कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. Pollination के लिए we are using biodiversity. If pollination would not be there, the we would not be able to have crops and etc. And third is third category हम ethical कह सकते हैं. Ethically also the biodiversity is very important, because when we praise the beauty of nature, so it's our moral duty to care about all the living beings of which are present on the earth. Now there are various ways to conserve biodiversity. So we'll talk about biodiversity conservation. When we talk about conservation of biodiversity, so there are different methods, like first is in situ. In situ का meaning होता है the conservation of plants and animal species in their own natural habitat. ठीक है, उन्हीं के natural habitat में अगर हम उनको conserve करते हैं, this is called in situ conservation. Some species are like endemic species जो होती है, which can grow or live only in that particular area. They need only in situ conservation. So there are different examples are given in the book. Go through them. One more topic important in this is given: sacred groves. Sacred groves, you can see on page number 267 कि in many cultures tracts मतलब trees and जो एनिमल्स हैं उनको कंजर्व किया जाता है. दे आर रिलीजियस एंड कल्चरल ट्रेडिशंस टू प्रोटेक्ट देम. So this is what called sacred groves. Like they are found in Khasi and Jaintia in Meghalaya, Aravalli Hills of Rajasthan, Western Ghats regions of Karnataka, and Maharashtra and the Sarguja. So these are the different places which are considered under sacred groves. Second type of conservation is ex situ. So in some cases the plant or animal may not be able to live in its natural habitat, then we take it away and they are protected in like zoological parks या botanical gardens या wildlife safari parks. So these जो ये है ये हमारा ex situ conservation में we can include them. Another important thing which is coming under in ex situ is, आप नोट कर लीजिएगा, cryo preservation. This is very important topic. Cryo preservation means the preservation of gametes. ठीक है, gametes को preserve करेंगे, gametes of those species which are threatened and which may get extinct. तो इनके gametes को हम viable and fertile conditions में preserve करते हैं. This is known as cryopreservation. Also seeds can be conserved in this way. Seeds of many species can be conserved in seed banks. So these are coming in ex situ conservation. And last topic, last में आपके दिया है, the Earth Summit was held in Rio de Janeiro in 1992. It was called upon by all the nations to conserve the biodiversity. So children, these were some of the important topics which I discussed in this revision video. Go through this video very properly and revise your chapter. So take care, goodbye.